Excuse me. So I guess I'm turning into Brandon during some love making sessions with other Brandons. I have like, we'll just say I have like three Brandons. They're basically like, you know, my younger husbands. I don't know why my younger husbands are all Brandon. Come to think of it, like why? Anyway, but they're all like sort of in the same age range, and they all kind of look like Brandon. And I mean, is it because Brandon and I are 15 years apart? I don't know, but anyway, um, I guess that they're he was like, it's like kind of crazy because like in the middle of making love, she'll turn into Brandon. I mean, do you guys realize that like skin coloring is a thing, right? Like, do you guys get that? Like, I don't think humans are very smart sometimes. Like, literally, we have the same exact goddamn face, except I have blue eyes and blonde hair, and Brandon has black hair and greenish brown eyes. Okay, they are green, but from afar, his eyes look brown. So, but we have like literally the same face, literally the same face, literally the same build. So it's like kind of crazy to me when people are just like, but that's clearly Brandon. Like, coloring is literally a thing. I mean, humans just could not be more dumb sometimes. Like, I have pictures of like, I mean, like, it's like you guys are so stupid that I have to like do like side by sides and like put them together in like Photoshop and or like literally like composite them on top of each other to show you how exactly similar our goddamn fucking faces are and like literally how fucking stupid you are. And like like literally would have like that side by side and like the composite of those two pictures together, and you still would be like, oh, they don't really look like that much alike or something like that, or like they kind of look like a tiny bit alike, like something fucking stupid like in your head. Like, like they asked Brandon directly one time, and he was like, yeah, I have like a big resemblance to my daughter. And they were like, we don't see it. And he's like, okay, fine, I don't look like my daughter. Like, what do we care? What do we care that you don't think, like, you just like to argue because you're just an idiot with like a really low IQ at this point. Um, Maybe sometimes she looks like her dad and maybe sometimes she doesn't. When do I not look like my dad? I always look like my freaking father. Okay, I'll show you the goddamn pictures. Of course, we shape shift, and then neither of our faces looks like our face, right? I'm calming myself down by drawing on my beautiful sketching. So I calm myself down sometimes. I just like, have to like sketch like literally nothing out. But anyway, like I just can't like stand how stupid you guys are sometimes. And like obviously you heard Gigi, like when I get angry like that and I go off, like I'm freezing the people, I'm giving people like literal panic attacks and heart palpitations and like tremors at night and stuff like that because like I am God, okay? You know what I mean? Like I'm God. Stop arguing with me. So yeah, you're gonna get tremors and stuff from a 120-pound-year-old woman. Okay, you got it. I wonder how much weight I've lost. I swear to God, if I get down to 120 pounds, I haven't been 120 pounds, and I think the last time I was 120 pounds was 2017. So if I get down to that tiny, you guys are in really big trouble. Like, I usually weigh around like 160 now. I haven't weighed myself. Um, I have not weighed myself since I've been losing weight and like walking like 6 miles a day and like not drinking and like not eating fast food, which I literally try to eat like 2, 3 times a week. Um, yeah, if I get down to 120, you guys are in serious trouble. Oh, I did eat, I only could go without carbs for like 4 hours. Yesterday I had a tuna, I like made tuna, like a can of tuna and like did like mayo, mustard, like all the spices and stuff, onions and celery, blah blah blah. And then I put that on like a bed of lettuce and I ate that for lunch. And I had like 4 or 5 hours of like no carbs and I couldn't do it. So then I had some delicious cheese bread and I think I had more tasty cakes. And then I had string cheese and pepperoni for dinner. So, and today, what did I eat? I think I had the last donut for breakfast. And then I think I just had dinner, which was steak and a delicious healthy salad, which I've been craving lately, and one smashed potato with sour cream and a glass of juice. And then I had tasty cakes. Oh, I had tasty cakes for lunch. And then I had one ginger snap cookie after dinner and another string cheese. And I think that's it. And like a bottle of water. So, yeah, it's pretty boring. Um, yeah, if you want to like use my words, like the New World Order has begun, but like you don't want to talk about me and Jen ruling the world, consider yourself a false prophet and a false teacher. And remember, you're dealing with the demonic, and the demonic will be right over to take care of you. Okay? So you cannot use my words in vain. If you want to talk about my New World Order, you must talk about me and Jen ruling the world because that's just I love wine, but that's they go hand in hand, okay? So if you want to be like the New World Order started, I saw visions of Alyssa and Jen ruling the world, that would be correct, okay? But anything like other than that is pretty much incorrect right now. Okay, so yeah. Excuse me, I'm such a little piggy. You guys wanted me to talk about the vape shop. It was like much funnier in my bed. Oh my God, I thought it was 8:45. I was like, yes, bedtime soon. It's only 7:30. That's how bored I am. Aren't you guys happy for me? How bored you're making God? Oh, I did see these light codes come in, so I'm really excited about that. I get so excited when I see stuff like that. I saw, because like basically I just had like that one day of light codes of like, well, and sort of like, I think that one day of light codes, and then I had like a few like paranormal experiences with like my own recording and like, the things going on in the attic and the demon in the shower. There was a demon in the shower, which I didn't really talk about, but she's from the basement. I think I told you guys that. And she came up from the basement. Um, and yeah, Gogo Ibari. So that was Gogo Ibari. Um, she's a demon. And oh yeah, and like the skadooshing on my bed and everything, but it hasn't been like intense like this summer. So I'm hoping. Anyway, so instead of seeing like little tiny drops fill in, and then I saw like squares of light codes fill in, and then when I was sitting on my porch like an hour or two ago, I saw like giant columns of light codes filling in, like gigantic columns of light. And it was like, and then one over here, and one over here, and then one over here, and then it bounced into, went into my, like filled in and then went into my house. And I was like, whoa, that's so fucking cool. And, yeah, so it's like instead of like the tiny little drips from 2027, it's like gigantic columns of light because like I've had like literally enough. I mean, how many times I have to say that? How many times I just sit on my little computer in my tiny little, you know, childhood bedroom and be like, I've had enough of this crap. Um, it's like, I don't know. Even Jesus had his 12 disciples. The only thing I have are like really horrible people that want like a tarot reading for like $40 and they want me to they want like to know why their like husband is cheating on them and like they never believe me when I'm just like because I'm God and like you guys literally need to vote for me and Hayden to like have a happy successful marriage. And it's like how many times have I literally said that, like it literally has nothing to do with anything about you and being a human and like how you treat another human. It has like zero to do with that. It, literally, the only freaking thing it has to do with is if you're honoring me or not. It's the whole fucking world, you know. So yeah, I've had enough. It's like ridiculous, and yeah, like I guess you got to get used to the fact that I'm also Brandon Lee. So like you can like relax that I'm my own husband. I don't know, like, or like you're, it's pretty funny. I don't think I have any Brandons, and I mean, I guess Hayden's kind of like the closest thing to like Brandon, um, in like the regular hot husband club. I guess Jason is too. I guess some of you guys saw Jason last year when I was hanging out with Brandon all year, and some of you guys saw like Jason like walking around with me in my house. He's kind of like Ryan and Brandon. If like Ryan and Brandon were smushed into one man, it would be Jason Momoa. So I can see that. And it was Ryan and Brandon in my house last year. So that kind of makes sense. Um, I like to smush men together and like create like the perfect man. There, Ryan is perfect in his own way, and so is Brandon. But like I like to do that. I like to squish men together and like make them their own uniqueness, I guess I should say, because I think Brandon and Ryan are both perfect. So, anyway, you guys wanted me to talk about vapes, and I'm not even talking about it.
Always comes to mind is the star. I love that card.
The
It's
star.
a naked woman pouring water onto the land and into the lake. And
I mean, it's just so exciting. Let's talk about like, I think her name's Elisa or something, the woman who drew the tarot. I don't know. Anyway, the smoking. I can never get on the subject. I don't even want to talk about it. The smoking. So, like, I don't even know how to describe it correctly. Like, I will jump into people's bodies that vape, and it is probably people that like own vape factories and stuff like that. And I'll like jump into their bodies at night and like make them sit up and like sleep vape. I did it a few times where like I sit up and I have the vape I'm in a different person's body and I'm making them go like this, like smoking like insanely quickly. And then I wake up in my body and I'm like coughing like crazy. I mean, that's like the one thing that's good about movies is because you can see scenes like that in like real life that you really want to see. Like, I just want to see that in a movie. I don't even want to watch the whole movie. I just want to watch that scene. Uncontrollable smoking, sleep smoking, uncontrollable sleep smoking. Right? Then cue the stupid people that want tarot readings this morning. Like, oh, you can relax, and then they're like, "You're a freeloader," and you're like, "Okay, cool. I love when your telepathy is completely different than your 3D personality. It's just like so fun, and it's not being reflected in my husband's at all, or in my gentle servants named Ryan and Alex." Um, I think that means it's coming if they're calling themselves gentle servants. But yeah, I mean, that's what we saw. So we're about to be like this, Alyssa. I think you can relax. I mean, we better be like that because I don't even know what else to do anymore or say. But anyway, you guys just wanted to hear about the vaping. Oh, and you wanted to hear about the it's like, aren't you guys tired of watching movies? Don't you want to fly? You know what I mean? Like, your choices are rape the crown of her crown or fly. Like, isn't the fucking isn't the goddamn choice clear? You know what I mean? Like, oh, okay, we can like pretend this is like not happening and like just keep going on our stupid mundane 3D lives and like not pay attention to God and whatever. Or we could literally actually fly. It's like crazy to me that like I even have to like talk like this for a fucking whole fucking year. Like, you know, it's like, yeah, they're already turning into giants. My two brothers are already turning into giants. That means they're coagulating. Have you guys heard of that? When the gods coagulate? You're servants of nothing. You're servants of bullshit is what you are if you're going against the crown. You're not a servant of shit. You know, you're not a servant of the darkness. You're not a servant of Satanism. You're not a servant of occultism. If you're going against the crown, you're a servant of nothingness. Like, you're just it just doesn't exist. Like nothing is there. Literally nothing is there. Like, there's not an opposing force, an opposing team that's like, yay, like darkness, like evilness, like debauchery, like going against the queen, like yay, like it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. It's a fake false narrative that is only represented in 3D, and like you go up and into your natural energy, and it's like that energy never even existed. Like, that's, again, that's like literally how stupid you are as humanity. It's like crazy to me. and Alex. Apparently, Gigi's like, Alyssa and Alex, I hate when they get together because they drive each other crazy with how right they are and how wrong we are. And she's the same with Alejandro, and obviously, the entire like Brandon line, like, because it's literally so true. It's ridiculous. Anyway, that's the vape story. And then the baby story was that I did try to get pregnant in my 20s. I I tried to it was like really forthcoming with my intentions with my boyfriends at the time. I guess it's affecting Ben because that was like around that time. I guess I was young. I was young. I was like 20, I think, when I started saying I wanted to have a baby. And I was with Ben when I was 24 and 25, I want to say. Um so I did try to like find somebody to have a baby with, and I did try to have a baby, and I think like maybe I thought Rick would have a baby with me and he wouldn't. And obviously I could have had a baby with Johnny, who's another boyfriend. Oh, there they go. And I see like a demon fly out. That's what I'm talking about when I see them. I see like my demon fly out. Like, oh, it's going to find somebody. It's going to do something. Like something I said right now triggered somebody, and the demon, there goes the demon. Okay, that I've been warning you about. Okay, um, his name is Alex. Okay, be nice to my demons. Um, what was I saying? Oh yeah. So anyway, it could have been like any of those boyfriends. I just really wanted to have a baby because I knew I just had to hold kids to give them my unconditional love. And like that's what I did with my siblings. That's what I did with my Mike. And I was like, I just need to have a kid. And I did. I tried to have a kid. And no one would have a kid with me. And because I wanted to give that baby unconditional love because it starts with the one molecule. And if I had a child, a boy or a girl, and I gave them, I see like a little boy, but that's probably because I see Mike. Could have been a girl. Then if I would have given them unconditional love, that unconditional love would have radiated out to the entire world, and it would have helped the world, not hurt the world. Because unconditional love codes are reptilian, love are reptilian codes, and that's like another thing humanity can't seem to get into their minds for some reason. That reptilians are. I'm a reptilian and I'm loving and caring. It seems to be the Palladians um, that we're eating a lot of this time, and it seems to be the Palladians that are freaking the gross ones, the worst ones, okay? And the freaking reptilians are eating the crap out of Palladians. And I feel like it was the same thing last time. So I think it's the Palladians that are fucked up. So yeah, right? Of course that would be wrong on Earth. Like, oh, we get it wrong. Like, oh, Palladians are like these loving, beautiful women and men, and then like the reptilians are like evil or whatever, and it's like complete opposite. um I don't see how reptilians are. Please tell me how reptilians are evil. I would love to know how reptilians are evil. Like, do share with the class, because they're like, oh, I think they're both pretty evil, but I see what you're saying. As I felt the centrifugal force, please do tell me how reptilians are evil. I would love to know. Oh, don't they eat their young? Okay, so didn't I explain how it's all Alyssa, and Alyssa is eating energy from her own goddamn body because it's a video game, and that's really all it is. Like, I don't know, do you eat chicken nuggets or do you not eat chicken nuggets? Are you vegan? Do you I'm pretty sure I already explained that there's energy in the ground, that there's energy in salad, right? So it's the same goddamn fucking energy, Becky. Um, anyway, so yeah, I was supposed to have a child, blah, blah, blah. Really messed up women and babies, and that I couldn't have a baby, and that I couldn't get married. I couldn't overlay marriage, and I couldn't overlay babies. And that was kind of the whole reason why I was here. Okay. So, that, that knowledge, that download really disturbed Ryan Reynolds, who is my best friend. And he did cry, and he did also wish for the apocalypse. We're all wishing this story would end because it's literally ridiculous, because they're literally not letting God do her job because of anger, resentment, fear, guilt, shame, jealousy, anxiety, um, and, all of the above. So, very fun times. Very fun. So fun. But I do have to get going because I have to get on my private jet because we are about to start our snowboarding worldwide trip. We're starting in Vail, okay, Vail, Colorado. We will be going to Vancouver. We will be going to the British Isles, which has a secret snowboarding enclave that is only for the superest of models, which is me, myself, and I. Then we will be continuing on to the Swiss Alps. Thank you so much. And then we will be going to Biarritz, Spain, which is a popular snowboarding destination for people from down under. They also enjoy going to, I already said the Swiss Alps. We are also going snowboarding in Frankfurt, Norway, as well as Sicily in Paris has wonderful snowboarding. I believe we are also going to Niger. Niger has excellent snowboarding for this amazing tour that we will be taking a private jet to go to all of these places, as well as Jakarta, Bali, Indonesia, and Hong Kong, in Singapore, as well as Malaysia, India. I think we already mentioned Paris, and we will be doing a brief stopover in Russia. I believe we were going to Moscow specifically to go snowboarding. And yes, I will be taking my private jet. I think I've already mentioned that. If you have a problem with carbon dioxide and fuel, then you should have probably told me that the environment is not real a lot sooner than when I had to figure it out for myself that I was the bioweapon causing all of this, causing all of the bioweaponing all over the world. I mean, why would you guys like make up an elaborate hoax like climate change and like lie to my face about it? And like you're still lying to my face about climate change today in 2024. You still say it's a scientific thing. You're literally lying to my face.